boys and girls, it's me again, and I am so glad to see you. I've been missing you so much. I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter and a nice spring break, and now we're coming back together to do some more learning. And so I know the past few weeks we have been talking about some comprehension strategies that we use to help us better understand our stories. So I'm going to show you a picture, and I want you to make the hand motion right there where you are and show me what hand motion we've learned to use when we use these comprehension strategies. Are you ready? All right, here's the first one. Who's that? Paula the Power Predictor, that's right. And what hand motion do you use when we talk about Paula the Power Predictor? Did you get out your pretend crystal ball and go like this? Nice job, that's exactly right. All right, let's try another one. Are you ready? Who is this? Did you say Quincy the Questioner? Yes, what kind of hand motion do we use in the classroom when we're making questioning strategies? Yes, we use our microphone. You are so smart. All right, ready? Next one. Who is that? Yes, if you said Claire the Clarifier, you are correct. And what hand motion do we use for Claire the Clarifier? Yes, we pretend to get out our magnifying glass and we put it up to our eye and we clarify. And so we are going to be talking about another strategy today. Who is this little guy? If you said Sammy the Summarizer, kiss your brain. You're so smart. That's exactly right. And what do we do when we talk about Sammy the Summarizer? We get out our rope and we do a lasso, don't we? That's exactly right. We summarize. So we have been talking about all these comprehension strategies that help us to understand stories even better. And so today we're going to talk about Sammy the Summarizer. And Sammy the Summarizer summarizes as you read a book. And when we summarize each part, then we talk about what happened so far in the story. So here's Sammy the Summarizer, and we will summarize in the beginning. This is what happens. Then next, then and last. And so we can start our summaries by saying, so far this story is about. Or we can say, so far this part is about. And so today we're going to talk about Sammy the Summarizer. And when we summarize each part of the story, then when we come to the end of the story, we can retell the whole story because we've summarized along the way, which really helps us to better understand what we're reading. All right, you guys, I have a special guest coming today to read a story with you. I wonder, can you make a prediction about who's our special reader today? Push pause and make a prediction. And then when you're ready, push play again, and my special speaker and reader will be here with you reading a story. All right, you guys, I hope you have a fun time with this special reader. And remember, summarizing as you go along in your story will help you retell it when you're finished. All right, you guys, have fun. Bye. Howdy, partners. I am Sammy the Summarizer, and I'm coming to read a story with you today. I'm so excited. Are you ready to read a story together to practice my strategy, summarizing? I sure hope so. Oh my goodness, boys and girls, I got a fantastic story to read to you today, and we're going to practice summarizing. Remember, summarizing is just summarizing each part of the story. And then when we come to the end of the story, friends, we can wrap it all up. Yahoo! And we can retell the whole story from beginning to the middle to the end. And that will help me to remember what I read, because that's important, you know. I know Mrs. May has told you that before in class, that you gotta remember what you read. Well, today I told you I had a great story, and you're gonna love it, friends. And the story that we're gonna read together today is called Dog Breath. Dog breath is funny, isn't it? Oh my gosh, look at this picture of the dog. Oh my word, this is hilarious. It's called Dog Breath, the Horrible Trouble with Halitosis. Now, wait a second, friends. Oh my gosh, halitosis? Do you know what that is? I can use my friend Claire the Clarifier, and I can tell you that halitosis is just a fancy schmancy word for stinky breath. Ugh, good grief. And this dog breath, oh, I can look at the picture and I can see in there that there's green stuff coming out of his mouth. Oh my word, dog breath. She has stinky, stinky, stinky breath, and it's green. Do you see that green stuff? Oh, what do you predict? Use my friend Paula the Power Predictor and predict what you think is going to happen in this story. I'll give you a second. Is that what you think is going to happen in this story? Let's see if you're right. Here we go. Dog Breath by Dave Filke. Dog Breath. Oh, boys and girls, you're going to love this story. Here we go. Are you ready? There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Do you know what her big problem was? Let's see if you're right. Halitosis had horrible breath. Wherever halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. Look at the picture, boys and girls. Look at the wallpaper on the picture. It's curling up. There's that green stuff coming right out of her mouth. Look at this plant, boys and girls. The leaves are falling right off of it. And look at that fish. It's swimming upside down. That's funny. And take a look at that picture right there. Oh, the picture person, Mona Lisa's holding her nose because the breath is so stinky. Oh my gracious sakes alive. When the children took halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided halitosis. Oh man, it must be pretty bad if you ask me if a skunk is staying away from halitosis. Man, oh man. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea. And Hallie jumped up to say hello. Boys and girls, look at that. Look at Grandma's hair over here. It's so pretty. It's blue. It's big. And then when Hallie came up and gave her a big old kiss, what happened to Grandma's hair? Oh, man, it stood straight up and she even spilled her tea, friends. She spilled her tea. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something had to be done about that smelly dog, they said. Look, they're all holding their nose, and look at poor Grandma over here. She fell right out of her chair. Man, oh man, that's hilarious, isn't it? Well, the next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. Wait a second, friends. We gotta stop and we gotta summarize what we've read so far in this story. I'll tell you, I'm gonna start by saying, so far, this story is about a dog named Halitosis. She had such bad breath that the family decides they have to find a new home for her because she's just too stinky, too sad. That's sad. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's pick up reading. The children knew that the only way that they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Halitosis to the top of the mountain that had a breathtaking view. Hey, it has a breathtaking view. It takes your breath away. That's a good idea, kids. Try to get her breath taken away by taking her to the top of the mountain. Look at that picture right there, friends. Do you see that? It says wanted for burglary. 2 people. That's pretty important. Let's keep on reading. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away. There they are on top of the mountain. Breathtaking view. But it didn't work. Oh, man. Look at the sun. The sun even acts like Halitosis' breath is just too stinky. Let's keep going. Next, the children took Halitosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. Oh, man, this is a funny book. Breathless, you don't get it? Take her breath away. Oh, man, look, it says it on the movie. In the promo here, it says, I'll leave you breathless. They're trying to get that dog to get that stinky breath away. Oh, man. But it didn't work, friends. Even the actors in the movie got out the air freshener to get that stinky smell away. Well, finally, the children took Halitosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. Oh, it says you'll lose your breath on the roller coaster, on our roller coaster. Oh, my goodness, that's a great idea, don't you think? Let's take a look. Oh, do you think it's going to work? Do you think it's going to work? There goes Hallie's breath. Look at those kids behind poor Hallie. Oh, but that idea stunk too. Oh, mercy. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now only a miracle could save Halitosis. Sadly, the 3 friends said good night, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Wait a minute, let's stop and summarize. Yeah, ooh, we want to summarize. Ooh, I just hit myself in the face. I want to summarize what's happened in this next part of the story. So this next part of the story is about the children trying to find ways to get rid of Halitosis' bad breath. So the first thing they do is they take her to the top of the mountain. But that didn't work. So they tried something else. And they tried an exciting movie, hoping that would leave her breathless. But friends, that didn't work either. So then they tried a third thing. They tried taking Halitosis to the carnival and put her on a roller coaster. But you guys know that didn't work either. Man, let's keep reading and see what happens next. Ready? Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, 2 sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis house. The 2 burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon Halitosis. Yikes! Whispered one burglar. It's a big, mean, scary dog. Aw, don't be silly, whispered the other burglar. That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy. That's what they think. The 2 burglars just giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. That dog couldn't hurt a fly, whispered one burglar. Come here, Poochie Poochie, whispered the other. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. Slap. Oh no. Oh no. Can you use my friend Paula the power predictor? And can you predict what's going to happen when Hallie kisses those big burglars? Let's see if you're right. The next morning, the Tosis family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold right there on their living room floor. Oh my goodness, look at that. They are passed out cold. It was a miracle. Yeehaw! It was a miracle, you guys. It was a miracle. The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in those crooks, and soon Hallie Tosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the whole country. Look at that. She's all over the newspapers, friends. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. Look, they're taking that sign right out of the front. And look, they're deciding to keep that stinky old dog. Because life without halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. Oh, you guys, that's an awesome story. So let's summarize. Oh, let me get my rope out here. Let's summarize. Yahoo! Let's summarize what happened in that last part of the book. The last part of the book, oh my gosh, those burglars came to the Tosis household. And Hallie, she licked those two burglars, and her bad breath knocked those two burglars cold out, right there, passed out, right there on their living room floor. And when the Tosis family woke up the next day, they were able to call the police and turn those crooks in, and then the family got a great big reward, and they decided to keep that dog, Hallie Tosis, even though she had bad breath. And she was a wonderful watchdog after all. So boys and girls, what we did was we summarized our story. So let me see. Can I now summarize the whole story for you? I think I can, because I did it in little parts along the way. And I think that's going to help me to remember what I read in my story, Dog Breath. So I'm going to give you a moment. I want you to push pause for a second, and I want you to try to summarize this whole story to a grown-up right near you. And when you're finished, push play, and you will listen to me summarize the story, and let's see how much ours matches. Doesn't have to be perfect, but let's see if we get the same idea. Are you ready? Push pause right now and summarize that story. Okay, now that we're back together, let's see if my summary is something like what you just told your grown-up. Are you ready? Here we go. At the beginning of this story, there was a dog named Hallie Tosis. And Hallie Tosis had bad breath. And her breath was so bad that the family said, we have got to find a new home for her. So the children decided that they were going to try 3 different things to get rid of Hallie's bad breath. So they took Hallie to the top of a mountain. Then they took her to the movies. And then they took her to a carnival to try to get rid of her bad breath. But none of those ways worked. She still had her stinky breath. Pew-wee! But then one night, these 2 burglars came in, and they came in to rob the family, and Hallie, she just went up and just licked them right there on their face. And her breath was so bad that when she licked them, boom! Both burglars just passed right out, right there on the living room floor, and they were able to turn those crooks in and get a reward for turning in those crooks. Oh my gosh. So since that happened and Hallie was a wonderful watchdog, the family decided to keep Hallie Tosis, even even though she had stinky breath. Well, friends, that's how you do it. That's how you summarize. Was your summary somewhat like my summary? If so, let's give yourself a cheer. Whoa, whoa! Way to go, friends. High five. Nice job. Remember, using me, Sammy the Summarizer, helps you to summarize parts of the story. Then you remember what you've read, and then you can retell the whole thing. You guys, it was so good to read a story with you today, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Until again, I will see you soon. Hopefully, you'll use me, Sammy the Summarizer, when you're reading stories at your house.